the Jacksons concert or were inconvenienced by some of the problems or just ignored the whole thing altogether, at least the city is smiling because of all the money it generated. Friday and Saturday night's concerts were both sellouts. It's estimated that Denver will come away with about $460,000 for the two-night deal. Jackson fans spent another estimated $8 to $9 million here and at area businesses and hotels and restaurants. The benefits the city expected from the Jacksons concerts were the reason that the city gave the Jacksons a cut-rate deal for the use of Mile High Stadium. But now, two of the stadium's permanent tenants, the Broncos and the Gold, think they ought to be getting the same kind of deal. So the 9 Opinion poll this week will ask, was it right for the city to give the Jacksons a better deal than it gives the Broncos and the Gold? We'll tell you answered on Wednesday.
Victory Tour. It is not first class for everyone.
I think he is so fine. He's my idol, and I love him.
He sings great. Yeah. And he's cute. And we like him.
By now, most summer romances are fizzling, but it seems America is still in love with the man with the glove. After 8 weeks, the Jacksons have grossed more than $30 million, more money more quickly than any concert tour ever. This weekend in Denver, a ceremony honored the 1 millionth ticket holder.
Wait. Hold it, wait.
Hours before the first Denver show, several thousand tickets remained unsold. Newspaper ads offered tickets at face value or less. It's happened in other cities and may happen again. In Washington, tickets went on sale yesterday to surprisingly sluggish response.
We've got Jackson's tickets to give away.
LA's Kiss Radio is giving away Jackson's tickets, but right now, they're worthless. That's because those tickets were for 8 concerts that were supposed to be this week at the LA Forum. But just a few weeks ago, tour promoter Chuck Sullivan canceled. Sources say the arena is going to sue for millions. And it wasn't a first for the Victory Tour.
The Jacksons will not be coming to Indianapolis.
That cancellation came 2 weeks before the were to appear at the Hoosier Dome. Here, too, promoter Sullivan, who guaranteed the Jacksons $41 million, decided he couldn't sell enough seats to make a profit. Now the tour is avoiding smaller arenas and playing only huge stadiums. You may not be good, but the profits are.
It appears that the emphasis for the Jacksons Victory of '84 is on the dollar and not on the fans.
The best thing that Michael Jackson would do after this tour would be to go away for a while. I think that Michael Jackson does.
That was something that seemed impossible not so long ago. For all the fans Michael and his brothers have pleased this summer, there are many who feel slighted or exploited or indifferent. So as the Victory Tour passes the halfway...
The production is phenomenal and the stars are equally phenomenal. So it's going to be tremendous. And I'm just happy to see it happen. It's really going to happen.
After much controversy and speculation, what was hyped as the concert event of the decade had finally arrived. The first show in Kansas City set the stage for the rest of the Victory Tour. 137,000 tickets were sold out in 2 days. Despite concern over security problems, only 9 minor arrests were made. And as far as the fans were concerned...
It's great!
Fantastic. I'm from South Carolina originally, but this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in Kansas City. I wish I could go every night. It's great.
The critics, on the other hand, saw things differently.
I thought as the show wore on, there was a little too much reliance on the high tech.
I thought this show proved beyond any doubt that Michael Jackson is the true superstar of the Jacksons and the only one.
I found the concert a bit disappointing, actually. I found it rather flat.
And for the moment, promoter Chuck Sullivan was pleased as he looked ahead on the road to victory.
It was an extraordinary performance and one which I think will bring a lot of enjoyment to Americans this summer throughout the country.
But throughout the country, more controversy was brewing about ticket sales. That story in our next report. seats for the Jacksons Victory Tour were the hottest tickets of the year, but the controversy surrounding the ticket policy was even hotter. Originally, there was only one way to get a ticket, through the mail. Jackson's fans were instructed to fill out ticket coupons found in their local newspapers and send it along with a U.S. postal money order in a specific size envelope.
The Jacksons had insisted that they wanted to make things as fair as possible for their fans. And they didn't want fans, if a fan heard that a concert was going on sale in Kansas City and lived 150 miles from Kansas City, they didn't want that fan to have to jump into a car, try to get to Kansas City, and only to discover that somebody lived right next to the box office and managed to get the last ticket. So they insisted with their promoter that tickets be put on sale via mail order.
More controversy arose when tickets for the concerts were priced at $30 and fans were required to order 4 seats. No more, no less.
They didn't want fans to have to pay $350 to a scalper, so they insisted that no one be able to buy more than 4 tickets. Well, the promoter looked at these requirements and he made a few changes. Instead of a maximum of 4 tickets, he turned it into a minimum of 4 tickets. Well, a minimum of 4 tickets meant that suddenly you had to have $120 in order to buy Jackson tickets.
After all of this, it was up to a computer to randomly decide which fans would actually see the show. The rest would have their money orders returned to them in 4 to 6 weeks.
I think that they made a big mistake with that. I think of all the things that happened, really, that was the one that hurt them the most because it was the one that affected the public directly.
And what had been designed to provide convenience for the Jacksons fans suddenly became a tremendous obstacle in the path of the fans.
A lot of people are having trouble getting tickets. The other day I got a letter from a fan in Texas named LaDonna Jones. She'd been saving her money from odd jobs to buy tickets. But with the turn tour system, she'd have to buy 4 tickets. And she couldn't afford that. So we've asked our promoter to work out a new way of distributing tickets, a way that no longer require a money order. I've asked our promoter to end the mail order ticket system as soon as possible so that no one will pay money unless they get a ticket.
Then arrangements were made to have the tickets sold locally. Michael also set aside 400 tickets to each show to be distributed free to low-income groups. There was, however, no change in the ticket price.
I can't blame the promoter for charging $30 across the country. I think that $30 was an appropriate price. You must understand, you get what you pay for. There would be no apologies as far as the price is concerned.
The controversy continued throughout the tour as big names like Bruce Springsteen and Prince went on tour with lower-priced tickets. But as far as Don King was concerned, there was only one tour worth seeing.
You really can't afford to miss this affordable pleasure. Brought a new concept to promotion. If I lose my money, give it back. He undertook a monumental promotion. He's a big boy, he's educated, he understands what it's all about, and when you lose, you must lick your wounds and do just like anyone else, go to the next one.
The behind-the-scenes problems that plagued the Victory Tour from the beginning followed the Jacksons to their climactic concerts in Los Angeles, where promoter Chuck Sullivan stopped payment on a Jackson check.
Mr. Sullivan failed to produce the $24 million guaranteed letter of credit. The Jacksons continued to go along with it regardless.
We're telling you, yes, Chuck Sullivan did foul up some things, absolutely. I'm not going to go down the laundry list because I don't know all the answers, and I wish Chuck was here. But Chuck Sullivan said to say thank you, and to say thank you to Don King.
Despite problems, Michael and his brothers set an attendance record by selling out Dodger Stadium 6 times in what was perhaps their final performance together.
If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, does he do it?
Pepsi's going to sponsor the Jacksons National Reunion Tour early next year. But more than that, we're going to feature these fine young men in a brand new Pepsi advertising campaign.
The tour will mean that the brothers are getting together once again and unite. We're real close with each other and show the world that we can make everybody happy.